All right, what's up, everybody? Let me put the webcam on. What's going on? So, not gonna do a long intro. I got fucking reamed last time. I did a long intro trying to talk about things. So, we're gonna look at Jamo. We're gonna look at some reps on the Bucks game, and then we're gonna look at the reps in the Ravens game. And really, I want to talk about some things. I think that the major issue that I'm seeing when it comes to Jamison Williams getting the most out of him for his confidence, getting the most out of him for affecting this offense. I think a lot of it kind of lies on Ben Johnson in terms of fault. I think that it's very frustrating to see Antoine Green and Marvin Jones in here running reps where they're really not winning. They're either run blocking or they're running reps that just they're not winning. They're not getting separation deep. They're not forcing off coverage. They're not doing anything. Now, granted, this is an early down rep. This is Jameson's first rep in this game. And first of all, again, it's early down. It might be quarters. It might be three. It's common to see corners off in early downs, especially with run fits for the safeties. But we're not going to try to analyze all that. I just want to look at the fact that in this first half, Jameson's going to play 4 to 5 reps max. He only runs ones. He only runs one route. Like they always say, the biggest thing in football is to get out here and go get hit, go catch a pass, go run reps. And the fact that it's just runs for Jamo. And then so he comes in, he does this run rep. We get however many yards that we get on the run. We're out here handing the ball off to Khalif Raymond. We can't even design a quick screen out to Jamo, who's got 20 yards off coverage. But then immediately he's out, and in comes, now granted, Raymond, 14, 8. These are all guys that deserve snaps and they contribute to this offense. But I am very confused anytime I see 80 in the game, Antoine Green or Marvin Jones. There's really no excuse to not be giving Jamison Williams multiple snaps in the first half. Now, granted, I do understand the concept of don't fix what's not broken. But at the same time, I need something. I need JMO on the field. At a minimum, you can see how this team looks. I mean, look at this rep. It's a third down rep. And look, press. One high, press man coverage. Guess what? No team in the NFL. No team in the NFL. I challenge you to go find me a single rep of Jamison Williams and press coverage where he doesn't toast his receiver, toast his corner. Go find one. Now, granted, there's only so many Jamison Williams reps out there, but go find one. There isn't. I've searched all 22, watched every game. Not a single guy in the NFL that he cannot run straight by. And you'll see later in this game, there's a press coverage rep, and he smokes the guy. You'll see. You'll see. But before we get to the Jamison rep, I want to remember that we punted here, and we got a turnover by the sheer luck of Isaiah Buggs' hand because Mike Evans was wide open. That's for a later video. But again, when I say why is Antoine Green in the game, this is going to be a run rep. We're going to motion down 87. Again, just for football purposes, you put a tight end out there wide, you see a safety follow him, that tells me man coverage. If you see a corner follow him, that tells me zone. So we're going to motion 87 in. We know we got man coverage. Watch 80 here. Come in. Now, granted, it's Devin White, but nothing. Just completely loses the edge. And it's not like Jamo's a bad run blocker. All right, here. So we come into the game. We got, oh man, I said somebody was in press coverage, but he's not. 24 is blitzing. This guy's over the top, and he's terrified because it's Jamo. But Jamo's in the game. What do? Run the football. Doesn't even give 9 a chance to run. So 9 has played 2 reps. We've run the football on both. Okay, well, is he going to stay? Okay, so as you can see, we're on the other side of the field here. We're in the second quarter now. We're backed up into our own 5, and Jamison's on the field. First thing I notice, again, these are early downs, so I'm not going to attribute to the off coverage to the respective speed just yet. But third Jamo rep of the game. Second quarter. 3 reps. Just now getting his third rep. What do we have here? A run. So 3 reps, and he's ran 15 yards to block a deep corner 3 times in a row. And all right, next drive, next JMO rep. All right, this is the first time that we're running an actual route, but it's not when I say it's not a route. It's not a route. You'll see here soon. But I want you to notice the effect that Jamo has. Again, it's early down. We're under center. No surprise to see this 3-shell off coverage. Jamo's going to run a crosser. We're going to have a design screen back to Demo here. So ball gets snapped, play action, and look at the eyes. Look at the attention. He's dropping. That's normal. Look at the eyes of the safety and the linebacker. We're all over 9, and we get the design throw. So while 9 got to run a route here over the middle, he isn't actually running a route. It's just a clear route. It's one of those for the love of the game routes where you got to go sell it, because the better he runs this route and kind of keeps the safety at bay, then Demo gets this big play, and it's very explosive. It's a huge gain. The same driver the next drive. He split here low at the bottom. Again, off coverage, the speed respect is absolutely real. You got to think, man, when can we just run a quick slant or a double? Like, I don't know. But again, we run another run play. All right, so we're here with the second half. Again, we're going to get to the Ravens game. I promise. It's a limited amount of reps. But again, I want to talk about impact, right? So first of all, again, heavy on the off coverage. They don't mind this. They've been doing this all game. You get so much off coverage. You should be able, I mean, seriously, you're telling me you don't have anything against a 3-by-1 here? Nobody's getting there in time to stop a screenplay to Jamo in this situation. But there's a lot of respect for his speed here, as this safety is eyes on Jamison crossing the field. This kind of allows the middle of the field to open up for 87. We had a nice little completion, or not completion, incomplete, but a nice throw there. I think there's plenty of room there, and there's room to work. You really don't see a situation where that second level gets as open as it is. And there'll be another rep in which the impact of him on the field is there. There's another Jamo rep here, just kind of running the football. Again, we've run a whopping 2 reps up to this point. I don't see how this is Jameson Williams' fault. We're obviously dealing with a guy who's nervous. He's probably hearing the noise. He wants nothing more than to make this team happy, to have success. You could see how much he just thrives on the game. Dude, he likes playing gunner. He went to Alabama, was like the best receiver in the nation, and was taking reps at gunner. This is not a situation where this guy doesn't love football and give a shit about this team. This is just somebody who needs to be on the field. Look at how everybody's look at this. Look, we've gotten this multiple times where you could just double team block, get Decker out here, running back could come block, throw a quick screen, and you just got 10 yards, Ben Johnson. You could dial up screens to Craig Reynolds and Brock Wright. You can't dial up a screen to Jameson Williams? Are you serious? Go watch Alabama highlight film. Like, that's my contention here, is you go watch Alabama. You know what he's not doing? Running 9s every single rep. What he's doing is he's catching slants, he's catching crossers, he's catching screens, and he's gone. He's like a yak monster. And Ben is just obsessed with making him come in to play run snaps, running him on 9 routes, and then like weird spot curls, which again, this is the first design rep we do get, which is a play action rollout. 14 comes to block. Plenty of room here. Look at the separation. There's nobody within 5 yards of Jamo, and he shortchanges the throw. Okay, here's the rep that I was talking about earlier. I really like this play. You bring Dan Skipper in, and this is something that they set up earlier, right? They had Dan Skipper in. It's this heavy look. You bring a lot of motion, and you finally get one-on-one, top of the screen, in a press coverage rep. They put their best corner out there, their fastest corner, Jamel Dean. They said, okay, let's see what you got. Let's see what you got, second-year guy. I heard you were fast. Like the old Don Beebe story. I heard you were fast. Watch this rep. Outside release. Breaks. Get the fuck out. Who do you... Look. Look at this. You remember that clip of DeAndre Hopkins and who's the old corner? Man, my brain's broken. Oh, man. Oh, now I'm be mad at myself. But it's the corner. He was the long-time Falcons corner. He ended up on the... was it not Buchanan? Fuck. Why is my brain broken right now? And he just crosses him up and he hurts his ankles. And it's like the whole I Fear God tape. Like, look at this dude. This dude is stumbling and mumbling. And everybody's going to go, oh, no, he's got to get his hands on that. What? Look at this throw. It's not even close, dude. Now, granted, The coaching staff knows the marker. Is this supposed to be thrown back to the 30? Or is that, there are landmarks, and that is part of the game. And there is room to say maybe Jameson fucked this one up. Maybe. Maybe. But I tell you what, if you're blaming the hands on this throw, no. Bro, now granted, if there's anybody to blame, it's this O-line. Well, not but I mean, does not have the time. The protection does not hold up in time, despite having Dan Skipper in the game. There's only 2 routes on this play, brother, and we didn't get enough time, and that sucks. Can we stop blaming everything on fucking Jameson Williams? The dude just toasted his man. Look at that. You think he's not scoring on this play if he catches this ball? Not happening. So there's that. Now, again, we're talking about the impact that Jameson Williams can have. This is it. So under center, we got 14 at the top, 9. Again, 1 safety high. You tell me which receiver they're scared of with speed. You tell me. Is it 14 or is it 9? You tell me based on the coverage that we have. He's terrified. He's absolutely terrified. Now peep this. Let's run it back. I'll go half speed for you. Watch Jameson. Exploding vertically. Look at that safety. Completely worried about Jamo. And look at how wide open it is. You show me how many times 14 is that wide open in the middle of the field. You look at the early first half catches of this game where he's getting absolutely rocked. Absolutely rocked as soon as he catches the football. But then you put Jameson Williams in on these play action plays with these digs over the middle and these Mills concepts with a post and a dig. And, wide open. So first play of the game here, going to motion down. Jameson, bottom of the screen. What I want to see here, obviously we know how this game went, but what do I want to see from the Ravens game? More Jamo snaps, more routes across the middle. This is a design run. Okay. First down run. Okay, cool. But is Jamo going to stay in the game? Obviously, I'm not mad at a first down run. And we could do a whole other video on Jahmyr Gibbs and why we have all these plays where we pull guards and get tons of yards and never run them. Here we pull a guard here on first down and get a pretty decent first down run. So here we are. All right, cool. Back-to-back snaps. Here's Jameson Williams. Extremely off outside shaded coverage. He gets so vertical that shading doesn't matter. He does catch this football. It's just feet aren't in bounds. I like that. It sucks. It's not the best. And we know Jared wasn't exactly throwing the most accurate today. Pretty shoddy footwork there. But that's a tough ball. Jameson did get a little bit too much depth on the route there. But, all right, cool. Back-to-back plays for Jameson Williams. Next rep, second down. They go for a flood concept to the right. I think this might have been third, actually. Yeah, I think this is a third down. But, again, what is, let's look at Antoine Green. Just you tell me what rep down here Antoine Green is running. Press man up like crazy. Stumbles into bumbling, and there's nothing. I mean, I get that the play's not designed to him, but, bro, you're telling me that Jameson Williams can't run that route? Just have not 14 tell him, yo, run a slant. It cannot be that hard, man. All right, here's bottom of the screen. This is unfortunate. You put him in this jet. All right, so this is what I think my theory is. Ben Johnson thinks when I put 9 in, they're going to be so concerned about him that everything else is going to open up. But the problem is 9 in there isn't, that is something that can happen over time across the game. When 9 is only seeing 6 reps, the defense is alert to 2 things. 1, he might be a decoy, and 2, look for screens and things against him. You could pay attention while not being fooled, being lulled to sleep by him being on the field, not getting the ball, or having to watch out. To not have to worry about him every rep is really changing. Now, they bring a nickel blitz here, and again, they're not looking towards anything here, because this would be, granted, Jamo's not looking, but this is a throw here, this is a throw here. It just makes sense to look at the bunch, but instead, out the rip, Jared was looking down here at 87, and you could see here right out of the rep that Jared looks to the right. Again, I'm not here to say what Jared's spot is on this. He's got man coverage on Marlon Humphrey. He was looking at 87, got caught with the backside blitz. I don't know. Just felt like there could have been something else. Here, kind of going into, we're in, third and extremely long. You got Jamison down at the bottom. Again, you want to talk about respect. Look at how far Marlon Humphrey is. Granted, it is third and long. I would do it too. But, Jamison's running a 20-yard curl. Not even an outbreaking route. Like, you're just hurting yourself, Ben. Back to, remember last drive, we motioned him across and they brought a corner blitz. This time, Ben Johnson kind of gets what he wants, right? So you're going to motion 9 across, and you get a nice little screen to the right. Everybody's kind of trying to get after the quarterback. You've been getting beaten up. This brings more attention over here. You get a really nice, and for the first down of the game, Khalif Raymond catches a screen. This first down for the Lions all game long. I'm not going to be like, Jamison Williams is the reason that this thing happened, but this is what I wanted. And you know what? It is positive, while we're getting our ass beat by the Ravens, it is positive to say that he's out there running more plays. But my problem is a lot of these plays are designed to be runs or screens away from Jamo. This was a great, you want to look at like the impact that he can have. Here, bottom of the screen, he's going to run again, kind of a deep corner. We're going to get a play action toss to the left on the motion. Boom, perfect. Get the linebackers flowing. Okay, they haven't been worried about play action all day. 44 cannot play this halfway game. He's got to bail because Jamison Williams is covering ground quick. Amon-Ra St. Brown open the middle. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. And that's what this was drafted. That's what this team, that's what you got Jamo for. Not to run decoy corner routes, but like him and 14 on the field, like 14 and 87 strength is over the middle. And then you got 9 out here just taking the top off the defense in certain situations. But I will say this, 9 can also make things happen over the middle. And then the last thing I'm going to show here before we get to the 2 deep balls at the end, because I just want to show them. Because Jamison, there's the one little jet sweep, and Jared just didn't throw it to him. If I can find that one really quick, I'll do it. But I just want to go down to this, again, kind of third and longer situation, fourth and long. Look at like everybody's boxed, man. Just everything is boxed up here. And you just can't do that. You can't run one high man coverage on the field whenever 9's on the field. It's extremely infuriating to watch. They did such a good job on the screen. Press coverage. Can you press Jamison Williams? No. Gets a step on him. This was, I want to say, DPI. Doesn't get called, but nonetheless, it's a deep ball, right? This is when you call a 50-50 ball. You're not always going to get the penalties and calls that you want. He's got a step on his man. He's down the sideline. Probably would have caught it. Another thing I want to note here is Jamison Williams. Again, go look at the college film. Not a whole lot of deep 9 routes down the sideline. There's kind of an art to running that route and getting your hands and stemming that. And yes, I will point out here on the second one, Jamison Williams has to do a little bit better of a job at stemming the route. I don't think it was a hands issue. And here it is here. Again, bottom of the screen. Let's watch it. So inside release here, right? So once you kind of get here, I need you to drift, right? So Jared did a good job on the throw in terms of location. I think he could have thrown it again earlier. We'll look at the timing and see if he holds it. But here you've got to start working it's called stacking. You've got to step on him. If you stack him, then you can kind of get, your body position and he can't fight back on the outside. And also Jamison needs to kind of drift away. 1, to drift away from the inside safety, from getting hit. And then 2, you're just a little too inside. This ball isn't going to be thrown on the numbers. It's going to be thrown right kind of where this NFL sign is down here at the bottom, about halfway. So you kind of have to drift yourself. And he kind of starts to. But this is why he's having to change his eyes, right? It's because he's not drifting away to catch this football. Granted, this is all happening very, very, very fast. So take this with a grain of salt. Again, people will say, "Oh, he has a hands problem." I don't think I'm not really too worried about the hands because these are hard catches, right? People are like, "Oh, Jared put this football in the right place." This was a route running issue on the 9. Again, look at where this ball is going to go and land right here, right between the numbers and the hashes. It's perfect. The issue is not this. People are going, oh, first of all, there's not a lot of receivers in the NFL that can go from here to here. In fact, the only one I've ever seen it do it consistently is Terry McLaurin. That dude's got crazy concentration. That's an elite skill. This is fixed by stemming that route. And the reason why he's not very good at this, one, inside release, the guy wasn't going to let him have outside release. And two, he didn't really run a whole lot of 9 routes in college. That wasn't his game. So I lead all of that to say this. Where should you feel about Jameson Williams, and what do we need to see going forward? We've got the Raiders on Monday Night Football, and we got a bye week. So to me, the most important thing going forward, more reps, more routes. It doesn't need to be targets. I am not trying to force Jameson Williams to get the football, but he is very obviously a force on the field. He very obviously has gravity to him, and whenever he's not on the field, the people that we're putting in favor of him are not adding anything. There's nothing that Antoine Green is adding. There's nothing that Marvin Jones is adding to the game that doesn't. Even the 1 3-yard catch that Marvin Jones might make is not more impactful than the defense fearing for their lives, because he got 2 routes where he got to run deep on this game, and he won on 2 routes. You looked at the Buccaneers game. He got 1 rep against press coverage. That's 3 reps where the DB was within 5 yards at the snap of the ball. Both times, either burnt or ankles broken. The kid is everything you want out of this receiver. Ben Johnson just needs to figure out how to implement this speed, and I think that's a challenge. So more reps, more routes, get this man the football over the middle of the field and let him fly. We've seen it. It's right there. Just go draft some fucking track kid in the 7th round if you want somebody running 9s. All right, this is not Marvin Hall, folks. This is Jameson Williams. That's my take on him. Hope you enjoyed. See y'all.